Not only is Amazon Game Studios publishing Blue Protocol this year, but now it has been confirmed that they are also publishing Throne and Liberty from NCSoft. And I just want to point out that in the background here, not only do I see Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, but also Harry Potter. And it makes me wonder what a Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter collab would be like. Before we go ahead and jump into the video though, I do want to take a moment here to thank every one of our incredible patrons over on Patreon. You guys really allow for me to keep pushing out video after video like this, and I deeply appreciate all of your guys' support. Also, if you have a moment, consider following me over on Twitch. I stream there every weekend. So as of February 22nd, 2023, not only has Amazon Game Studios confirmed this on their official website, but the contract between NCSoft and Amazon Games was made public. The global publishing contract. This contract goes on to state that Amazon Game Studios are going to be responsible for publishing the game in North America, in South America, in Europe, Japan, etc. Now the etc. here has not been expanded upon, but we can only assume it means the same regions that Blue Protocol and that Lost Ark are available in. I don't see other Asian regions. I don't see South Korea because I'm assuming NCSoft are going to publish it in Korea themselves. I also don't see Oceanic regions. The official Amazon post goes on to state Amazon Games and NCSoft announce agreement to publish Throne and Liberty in the West and Japan. Amazon Games and NCSoft today announced an agreement to bring massively multiplayer online role-playing game Throne and Liberty to North America, South America, Europe, and Japan. Amazon Games will publish the highly anticipated title for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS, with support for cross-platform play. Now, let me just stop there for a moment. Amazon Games don't have the greatest track record when it comes to developing their own games. We all know that, but they have had more success recently with publishing games. Taking games that are already created, taking games that are highly anticipated, and then making them more easily accessible for the vast majority of the world. Like Lost Ark, like the upcoming Blue Protocol, and now like Throne and Liberty. Amazon might not have had much luck with developing their own games, but it looks like they're turning into, and I know this might be a contentious opinion to have, but more of a competent publisher, especially more competent than all of the horrible Western publishers like Gameforge, like Gamigo, like Nexon, Area Games, Kakao, what we've had for the last few decades now. NCSoft has created some of the most popular and longest running online games in the world, so it's no surprise that Throne and Liberty is among today's most anticipated MMOs, said Christoph Hartmann, VP of Amazon Games. And that's true, they released what? Blade and Soul, Ion, Guild Wars 2, Lineage 2. They have a great track record with the actual development of games from, like, I don't know, pre-2014. Publishing games that live and grow over time remains a critical piece of our strategy, and delivering games of the highest quality from the world's most talented developers is one of the cornerstones of our business. The last year has taught us a great deal about publishing and managing a successful live service game on a global scale, and we're ready to bring Throne and Liberty players an incredible experience at launch. Throne and Liberty is a massively multiplayer online RPG that combines story-driven adventure and action combat. In Throne and Liberty, players enter a vast world with constantly shifting geographical and environmental features that change the course of play. Massive scale player versus player and player versus environment combat are fundamental to Throne and Liberty. Players can transform into animals to soar through the air or to explore the depths of the sea, and even tip the odds of battle in their favor by triggering powerful environmental effects like solar eclipses or rainstorms, which I've actually touched on in a video I did in the past. Like, when you're in a frigid, cold region and you shoot water magic, it's supposedly gonna like freeze up and turn into ice magic. Or if you're in some really hot region, like a volcanic region, and you shoot an ice attack, it's gonna turn into a water attack. Or, you know, the trajectory of an arrow is gonna be altered by stormy weather or windy weather. These are all things that I think are quite revolutionary and innovative, and I'm curious to see how they ultimately plan out. And by plan out, I mean play out. NCSoft has a long history of developing and publishing beloved multiplayer franchises across the globe, including Lineage, which I mentioned, Ion, which I mentioned, Blade and Soul, and Guild Wars. Throne and Liberty is the latest next-generation MMO from the South Korea-based developer, and it's first to be released across multiple regions in collaboration with the external publisher. Now, I will note, when Lineage came out, it took the world by storm. It was a phenomenal MMO. When Ion came out, it became immediately one of the highest quality, most popular PvPvE MMOs of its time. Blade and Soul was one of the most incredible looking action MMOs of its time. And Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 both are still relevant and also very good quality titles decades after their release. Amazon Games is one of the most reliable I mean, like, that's debatable. They're definitely not bad, but one of the most reliable. I mean, like, you can stand up. You don't need to be like arched so far over here. Amazon Games is one of the most reliable partners for publishing massive live service games globally, with proven expertise in operations, localization. I mean, okay, I'm gonna be on, like, there is going to be a lot of people that disagree that they have proven their expertise in localization. If Lost Ark is anything to go off of, if Blue Protocol's upcoming censorship is anything to go off of, no, players are not happy with how they localize their games. Their marketing and community support, said Moon Young Choi, Principal Development Management Officer at NCSoft. Sorry if I butchered your name. For our next-gen flagship title, we're confident they are the right publisher to bring Throne and Liberty's inimitable value and its dynamic, immersive MMO experience to players around the world. And I don't disagree. For all intents and purposes, okay, I will state, Amazon is a great publisher if you're looking to reach the maximum number of players possible. There is no company out there right now that has the reach for an MMO that Amazon Games does. If you want your game to be as successful as it possibly can, this is the way to go about it. Smilegate knew it with Lost Ark. Bandai Namco knew it with Blue Protocol. NCSoft knew it with Throne and Liberty. Throne and Liberty continues Amazon Games' momentum in game publishing following the success of its internally developed MMO New World and action RPG Lost Ark from Smilegate RPG, both of which have topped Steam and Twitch charts. Okay, Amazon, with all the, you know, the gazillions of dollars you have, you didn't have someone proofread your article before posting it, because there needs to be a space. Someone needs to go to this article and just, you know, hit spacebar between these two words. And there we go. We have a, you know, a 10 out of 10 quality article. Dude, if you want to hire me to proofread your articles and pay me $1 billion for it, dude, I'm right here. You know where to find me. They both topped Steam and Twitch charts and continue to nurture strong player communities. Amazon has also announced publishing agreements with Bandai Namco Online for Blue Protocol, Crystal Dynamics for the next major Tomb Raider game, which, you know what, I think could potentially be cool. I do. And Glow Made and Disruptive Games for unannounced titles. And there we have it. Throne and Liberty. Amazon Game Studios, like it, love it, hate it. It doesn't matter. Amazon are publishing all the hottest upcoming new MMOs that really have any kind of potential and are admittedly going to be responsible, if you think about it, for the next wave of MMORPGs. They are going to be single-handedly responsible for the evolution of the genre, not from a developer standpoint, but by taking ideas, taking games that might not have had any potential if they had been published by their own studios, nurturing these ideas, nurturing these studios, nurturing these games, and bringing it to an audience of tens of millions, providing infinite funding for these studios to continue to innovate and bring us even higher quality experiences than ever before. Now again, they might censor this game to all hell. The game might end up absolutely sucking, but if you think about it, if Amazon Game Studios handled Blade and Soul, it would probably not be in the state that it is currently in, which is dead. I'm excited to see what Amazon Game Studios does with Throne and Liberty. I'm excited to see what Amazon Game Studios does with Blue Protocol. Both games are launching this year. I have a video on everything you can expect from Blue Protocol if you're interested in that. I'll have that on screen right now. I also have a video dedicated to Throne and Liberty on screen right now if you want to go ahead and check that out. You're more than welcome to. Either way, this is shaping up to be quite the year, all thanks to Amazon Game Studios. So kudos, guys.